Hello, Mr. Hammond.
Hey, Issa, good to see you.
Good, you as well. How have you been?
Yeah, doing well, doing well. Staying busy over here at TAG.
I'm super glad to hear it. Well, in that on behalf of the holidays, on that behalf of the holiday season, you have any big plans with the family coming up?
Yeah, taking a trip out to New York City actually, to see some family. So definitely excited for that. Always one of my favorite holidays of the year.
That's fun. Doing any work while you're on the break, or just solely family time?
We'll have a couple of days just fully checked out. It's always nice. Got a really family environment over here at TAG. So
No, I'm super glad to hear that. All right. Well, speaking of TAG, if you don't mind moving in, so I see you are the CIO for TAG, and could you run me through a little bit about what that responsibility looks like, for you guys?
yeah, of course. So joined about 18 months back. Our previous CIO departed pretty early in the pandemic, bit of an early retirement. So stepped in, spent 6 years at Stanley Black and Decker. Prior to this, various operations and sales roles. So stepping in the CIO seat, Sterling and Judy, our president and CFO respectively, have been great just in terms of getting me ramped up. Let's see, one of my main kind of objectives in taking this role is really to kind of modernize our tech stack. I will say our previous CIO was a bit stuck in their ways. So I think our software stack kind of suffered for that. A lot of legacy systems in place. So yeah, bringing a fresh lens to this role. Definitely one of my main objectives has just been to modernize and get us kind of up to speed on a lot of new systems. So we've got our ERP as well as our CRM contract coming up in the next 12 months. So yeah, definitely kind of taking a more strategic approach to what those contracts could potentially look like and what systems we like to go with.
No, that's great to hear. And you just talked a little bit about kind of them being a little bit stuck in their ways. What was some of the ways that you were able to overcome kind of maybe, those kind of stuck in the ways habits of the old CIO?
Yes, I think part of it was just given the pandemic and this environment, just being more open to remote work. So we had to basically kind of overhaul the how a lot of our employees were just kind of getting through day to day. I think that was a big piece of it. Obviously, embracing technologies like Zoom, like Slack, was a piece of it. I will say revenues took a pretty sharp downturn. Had to furlough a number of workers, so obviously those are always tough conversations to have. So yeah, taking a kind of proactive approach on that as well was difficult, but yeah, I think we're kind of on the other side of it now. Business seems to kind of picked up. So yeah, definitely weather the storm a bit.
No, that's great to hear. I'm glad that you guys kind of made it through there. Moving forward for you guys, what does the next 18 months look for you guys? I know you were talking a little bit about they were being stuck in their ways, but you guys have kind of made it out. Do you mind running me through like your goals for the next 18 months?
Yeah, so I think for me, biggest thing is going to be getting us on a new ERP and new CRM. Those are probably our two biggest priorities. IT budget definitely stretched a bit thin, but we do have kind of the fiscal year end obviously coming up here.
Yeah.
So hoping with that 2022 budget, we're gonna have a little bit more leeway, a little bit more wiggle room in terms of getting us kind of stood up on more best in class systems on that front. And then, yeah, that's kind of the main thing. And then eventually, I think kind of working on maybe a hybrid approach to work. Obviously, folks have been remote for the last 18 months. You got a taste for that. So just kind of taking a fresh approach to what that could potentially look like, letting folks have a little more freedom and flexibility, I think is going to be part of that equation as well.
And then you were also chatting a little bit about kind of the workers that you had to lay off kind of during that rough patch. Are you guys looking to hire anyone on in the future given that you are going to be given this new budget coming into the new fiscal year?
Yeah, so we were able to furlough a few of them. So hoping we can kind of bring them back into the fray, those that either took more temporary jobs or maybe didn't find necessarily a full-time replacement job. So definitely they're going to be our first call if and when we kind of have the budget and the payroll to get them back in the fold.
Well, that's awesome to hear. It's super nice to hear that you guys are looking to get back the old team. And
exactly.
So on behalf of Gartner, I just kind of wanted to chat for you about the next 5 minutes. Sorry, I forgot to clarify the time. Are you good for the next 5 to chat a little bit about some Gartner solutions that could possibly help you guys get those workers back? And
yeah, I think I'm good until about 4:15 or so on our end. So
all right, sounds good. I got you for the next 5, so I'll have you out at 4:13. All right,
excellent.
I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
Okay.
Go ahead and get it going there. All righty. All right. Well, on behalf of Gartner, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I know you guys were talking about that you guys are eager to get going in these next 18 months. And on behalf of Gartner, I just wanted to say our main thing here at Gartner is we are here to provide you deliver actionable, objective insight. And that's a big thing for us here. This actionable, this is an action word. And at the end of the day, we are selling a product for you, Mr. Hammond. This is a Gartner for CIOs. And at the end of the day, we're trying to put money back into your pocket by giving you time and by cutting you costs. And I know that you had mentioned that you guys have this new budget that's rolling over. And here at Gartner, we're committed to ensuring that we can put money back into your guys' pocket through this cost optimization tools, so we can in turn get those employees that you guys had to previously lay off back into your guys' staff. Would that be something that you could see beneficial to you guys?
Yeah, most definitely. I will say, so Sterling and Judy, our president and CFO respectively, from a different generation, very cost conscious, very kind of black and white bottom line type folks. So I think they're definitely going to really want to see that return on investment. We're going to justify a major kind of cost expenditure with Gartner. Definitely concerned about spending money unnecessarily. So yeah, being able to see what that impact could look like on the cost front, I think is going to be paramount for us.
And Mr. Hammond, when you have meetings with them, are these typically meetings that are led by you kind of going in there pretty confidently? I know you said they're pretty tight on their wad. Is it kind of hard for you to kind of implement new ideas given that they are kind of tighter on the wad?
Yeah, so I will say definitely over the last 18 months, I think I've kind of proved myself a little bit, earned my keep. But at the end of the day, it is a team effort. I do need full administrative team approval before we can commit to Gartner or any kind of similar solution.
No,
The buying committee consists of myself, Sterling and Judy, as well as our COO, Mr. McGee. So that'll be kind of the four of us will be making a joint effort, but I'll be making the final recommendation on these efforts.
Sure. Well, I'm going to go ahead and recommend you and kind of run you through this cost optimization pretty quickly. We are coming to the end of our call here, but moving forward, would you be apt to scheduling a meeting with the four of the decision makers over there at TAG, and then I could go ahead and bring over my pricing and packing team? This could be scheduled at a later date, like possibly like next week, if you guys would like to go ahead and get a meeting going down so we can kind of inform the other decision makers on this.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great next step. I'd love to get their perspective on these conversations.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and point you over to our IT budget tool. You did say you have that budget coming out. So a big thing here at Gartner is our proven success rate. We have about 15 to 20% hard dollar savings on about 3 out of the 4 contracts that we review. And this is going to be seen right here. So essentially what this is going to take for you, this would be on your side, Mr. Hammond. You would be implementing a 20-minute survey, and you're going to be putting in the budget, and it's going to compare you. It's going to be benchmarking your IT spending as a percentage of revenue compared to the industry averages that you're going to see right here. So this is going to be, hey, let's even jump down to the, I spent 31% over here in 2018, but the industry average is 25%. This is going to be a 6% suggestion of revenue that we can spend maybe in another area of spending. Do you see
Very
something
cool.
like this cost optimization and kind of even showing you year by year and compared to the industry, something that could be beneficial to you?
Yeah, I'll say this feels like a bit of a black spot for us. We don't have any kind of insights. I'd be very curious what, for example, the Canadian group or the Mexican group, for example, our main competitors are doing. So yeah, I feel we're kind of flying blind some days without this kind of information. So yeah, definitely could see some value here.
And here, I mean, it is Gartner for CIOs. This product is for you, Mr. Hammond. At the end of the day, we don't want you to fly blind. We want to be able to come in there and guide that plane out for you. Well, Mr. Hammond, we are kind of running down to the end of our time. You did say it was Judy, it was Sterling, Judy, and one more guy, and one more.
Yeah, Mr. Val McGee is our Chief Operating Officer. I'd like to get his take as well.
All right. Yeah, for sure. So would you guys be able to meet, let's say maybe next Tuesday, same time, 4 p.m. a week from today?
Yeah, 4 p.m. tends to free up a bit for us. So yeah, let's aim for that tentatively, and I can socialize that amongst the group.
For sure. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot you a follow-up email, kind of running down a little bit of what we chatted about. Again, we also have a few other services here at Gartner for CIOs that we'd love to promote for you guys. And at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead, if you could CC those also crucial decision makers, and I can go ahead and get my team, and we can kind of get going a little bit more on pricing and packing and just kind of making a whole package for you here with our Gartner solutions. Does that sound good to you?
Awesome. Well, sounds like a great next step. Definitely excited to see where this road takes us. I can say we're all very excited about what Gartner could do for us over here at TAG.
No, I'm super glad. I'm excited to not have you guys be flying blind anymore.
All right. Makes 2 of us.
Thank you.